In our endeavor of the English language enrichment, the today's topic is present perfect continuous. This is one of the tenses in the present in which there are three different things you can see if we just separate them. One is present, and when we talk about the present, so whichever the for example, we have to use the helping verbs or any other verb. So this means the present. When we talk, but simply we use the present. And when we add the word perfect, it means we want to talk about the completed action. So after the present, after the helping verb which is in the present, we use third form of the verb. And when we use continuous, now we have to use ing at the end of the main verb. At the end of the main verb. So present perfect continuous. So the helping verbs which we use here in the present perfect continuous to make the tense present perfect continuous. One is have and second is has. And then we use been. So been is the third form of be. The first form is, am, are. The second form is was and were. And the third form is been. So, have been or has been plus verb that ends in ing, or here the ing would be used as present participle. Present participle. I frequently told you that we use ing at the end of the verbs also, at the end of the nouns. We may use it at the end of the adjective, but they won't call present participles. Present participle, only we call it present participle, ing call the present participle if it is used at the end of the verb. So now you see, I tell you one sentence, I use one sentence, the sun. Please take copy and pen and write it down, the sun. You see that I put the before sun. So sun is a noun which is a definite noun, and we use the as a definite article before it. And if the noun is indefinite, we put a or an before it. But because the noun is definite, so we put the before it. The or the with the same spelling, but the pronunciation is changed. The sun has been. Now you see that has is present. Has is present. Been is third form of be. Has been shining. Now instead of using I at the end of shine, I put ing. The sun has been shining. Has been clearly indicate that I want to use present perfect continuous tense. So the main verb which we use here, that is actually, that verb is, we use it where we in the continuous form. So the sun has been shining all day today. Today. Now it's not today, it's not today, it's today. According to the rules of pronunciation, we'll pronounce it like today. Now it means, I repeat the sentence, the sun has been shining all day today. It clearly indicates that it is still shining. It is still shining. It hasn't yet stopped shining. Now, next sentence. Today. Today. He has been playing. Now you see that the helping verb have or has, then been, third form of the verb. Okay. Because when we have to use main verb for the continuous form where we have to put ing at its end, so we use been for third form of the verb. So today he has been playing tennis. What has he been doing? He has been playing tennis. What has he been doing? He has been playing tennis for hours. For hours. 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 Okay. It means he has just come home. Just come home. Very tired. Means the effect of the action is still there, though the action is no more, but the effect of action is still there. If I say it has been, now again I expect that there would be the main verb which would be used, and the end of the main verb we would use ing. It has been raining, comma. We have to put comma because one part of the sentence, when completed, we put comma just to separate, just to isolate from the rest part of the sentence. Sometimes we use semicolon. Semicolon is an alternative of full stop. For example, if we have completed some action, something, we have completed the sentence, we put full stop at the end of the sentence. But if I wish to say something more about the same sentence, so I put semicolon instead of full stop, or instead of comma, I put semicolon, or that indicates that I just want to add something more into the same sentence. Okay, it has been raining, comma, but it has stopped now. But it has stopped now. Stopped. STOPPED. It has stopped now means it clearly shows that the streets are still wet. Streets are wet, which clearly shows the recently completed action. So it has been raining, but it has stopped now. Now you see that the combination of present perfect continuous and the present perfect tense. Actually, present perfect tense is used for a continuous action. For what? For what? For a continuous action. Begun in the past. Okay? Begun in the past. In the past, and either still continuing or recently completed, but with continuing effects. Okay, so you can just write it down and then just repeat. And I tell you that you can't understand things properly unless you repeat them again and again. Go for the repetition. So this tense is used for a continuous action. For what? For continuous action begun in the past and either still continuing or recently completed, but with continuing effects. Okay, so next sentence, he has been slaving. Slaving at. He has been slaving at. Now you see this is a verb. This is slaving at. I use preposition at the end of slaving. He has been slaving at his books every evening. Slaving at means that he gives too much time to certain action, for example in reading, so we use it as in the form of a phrase, slaving at. What has he been doing? He has been slaving at what? At books every evening. Every evening is adverb of time. It is adverb of time. For again is preposition. For months now. For months now. He has been slaving at his books every evening for months now. Now you see that each sentence is the combination, each sentence is formed by the combination of different words from different parts of speech. Noun, preposition, verb, adjective, adverb, article, so on and so, very, very limited range. So next sentence, come to the next sentence. I have been writing poems to her. I have been writing. What have I been doing? I have been writing. What have I been writing? I have been writing poems. What? Poems. Who I have been writing poems to? To her. To her. To anybody. He has been, I have been writing poems. I have been writing, present perfect continuous tense, poems to her. To whom? To her. How often? Regularly. Again, it is adverb of frequency. Regularly. For regular time. Regularly. For years now. For years. Years, not years. It's not, I don't talk about the years, I talk about the time period, which is called years. I have been writing poems. What have I been doing? I have been writing. What have I been writing? I have been writing poems. Who I have been writing the poems to? To her. How often? Regularly. For how long? For years now. Okay, so it is this it is also used to describe actions repeated many times. Present perfect tense is also used to describe actions. Which actions? Repeated. How many times? Many times. For how long? Over a period of time. Up to the present. Up to the present. So you see that in my discussions or in my presentations, I cover different things pertaining to the language. I talk about the parts of speech, I talk about the tenses, I talk about the pronunciation, I talk about the stress system, I talk about the intonation. Please take care for all these things. So you just understand these things, so you will learn to understand a lot of English in your future time to come.